For the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you miss but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, this is the National Football League. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. All set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense.
What an audition last year for Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. Not one that he expected to have happen with the injury to Drew Brees, but he stepped into the breach, and the Saints went 5-0 in his starts, and he showed the rest of the league he was ready to be a starting quarterback again. Now he gets his opportunity with a brand-new head coach, a brand-new organization in Carolina.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
29-yard line.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gain of 11 on the play.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
On the carry.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. In for the sack, Deion Jones. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since '08, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. 5th in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it, even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And caught up, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Recovered by Carolina.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Second and 11 at the 41. Now a handoff for Gurley. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. That hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard.
For the Carolina Panthers, not a whole lot of positive things going on through the first 2 weeks. They were 0-2. They had lost 10 straight dating back to last year. Of course, Christian McCaffrey gone for at least a month. They needed something to go their way, and they got something week 3, a 21-16 road win against the Chargers at SoFi Stadium. And see, that was Matt Rule's first win as an NFL coach.
And how happy is he, because they were able to get it done with, 5 field goals from Joey Sly, their kicker. Got it done on the road against a pretty darn good Chargers team. First win for Matt Rule. Put it all together. Don't forget the defense, too, because that defense had a nice late stop to give them that opportunity to win it. And how about Mike Davis coming off the bench for Christian McCaffrey? Had a touchdown catch. This is a Carolina Panthers team that I think is going to get better as the season goes on. And I'll leave you with this. The baseball playoffs are beginning. Shaq Thompson, their linebacker, was a minor league baseball player. Curveball was tough, but hitting people, a lot better for him. He had 13 tackles in that win.
And looking ahead, they're home next week against Arizona, and then they will travel to Atlanta. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
With the carry for Carolina.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Falcons ready to get the football back, and this is a team that has struggled to start the year 0-3. Weeks 2 and 3, just devastating losses. This last one at the hands of the Chicago Bears, 30-26 after leading 26-10. Of course, week 2 they had the big 4th quarter lead over Dallas and lost it. So a stat that has to be really troubling, Charles. It's the first time in NFL history that a team has blown leads of 15 or more points in the 4th quarter of back-to-back games. So if you're Dan Quinn and company, where do you go from here?
Well, the hard part is everyone's also reminding you about the Super Bowl that you blew up 28-3. That goes into it because it's the same coaching staff and essentially the same football team. Where can they go from here? Well, they have hope because the division, no one's running away with it right now. Tampa's at 2-1, Carolina, New Orleans at 1-2. But how do you get this team to believe as they did in the second half of last year when they rallied and played much better down the stretch? How do you get them to do it starting this week? And by the way, they're at Green Bay this week. Then they're home for Carolina, who just beat the Los Angeles Chargers.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards. yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Inside in the chest area, you're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
Completes his short throw to Stocker. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Ryan on first down. It's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. A slant to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every season since 2013. And when you factor in that every game plan calls for them double and triple covering him, yet he's still putting up those kind of numbers, that tells you the excellence of Julio Jones.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On first down, it's Gurley. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. 11 yards there, first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, 28 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. So this will make it into the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Last time out they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time. I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Catch there by Robbie Anderson, and we all know he's got the speed to get behind any defense. What I think is underrated about his game is his toughness and his belief in self. Robbie Anderson was an undrafted free agent who's turned into a big-time player in the NFL, and now landing in Carolina reunites him with his college coach, Matt Rule, when they were together at Temple.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And here's Joseph Charlton now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. A big 1st down on the fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. Now this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. Bridgewater on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Not quite sure how to describe that, but I think that there's a mix-up in responsibilities defensively because they're so used to either the running back getting the ball or the ball getting out of his hands downfield as a pass that when he ends up keeping it, they sometimes get fooled. And he found a way to squirt through the defenders and take off for a big, big run.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now,
standing just outside his own goal line. There was a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again.
Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No count.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's the Panthers punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To throw again is Ryan. It's intercepted. It is. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short, forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
It's a gain of
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's McCaffrey. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Brought down at the 20.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was onto it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Bridgewater to throw it. Flushed out right. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Panther first down.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and 4. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
17. Falcons 7.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember
pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Matt Ryan, sack.
Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Loss on the play.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Play action. It's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. At 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Switching gears, CD, one thing that I saw on social media this week that we need to pass along, if we could switch sports for just a minute, LeBron James has got the LA Lakers into the NBA Finals, of course. It'll be his 10th ever appearance, and they'll be taking on the Miami Heat. But what caught my attention was a post of LeBron's on social media of what he does every night while in the Orlando bubble. He settles down with a nice, refreshing beverage and fires up a game of Madden. So we had to give him a shout-out and wish him good luck.
Hey, good luck to LeBron and the Lakers. What a great final taking on the Miami Heat. So he and AD taking on Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, what they call him, buckets. What a great NBA final. Hope you guys have a blast, and LeBron, keep playing. We love it.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action now. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, but it's going to be 2nd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ryan finding Julio out wide. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And that is incomplete.
Lions pass intended for Julio Jones. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Panthers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Bridgewater. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tyler Davison picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's the Panthers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 53 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
First down, Bridgewater. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
First down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Panthers.
Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. To the air again with Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is.
Falcons 14.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with the quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the handoff, it's Gurley.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd down and 4, Ryan. And with a hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And it's 3rd and 4.
Third down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cornelder. And he'll take it across midfield to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted by the Panthers.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now a 2nd down and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 36. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Grady Jarrett on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Bridgewater complete on the quick throw to Moore. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. 12 yards there and a first down.
Carolina.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own. And he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
Not much there, only a yard.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
For the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. From the left hash, this from 37.
37-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Panthers 20, Falcons 14.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Catch there by Julio Jones, and let's face it, we're almost running out of ways to say he's great. So let's put it into this context. 3rd among active players in receiving yards, starting 2020, just 852 yards behind tight end Jason Witten.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Ryan able to get this to Gurley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play action, Ryan. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Gurley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Here's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
On 1st down, Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target. Played a really nice game.
Yeah, both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 30 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Ricardo Allen brought him down. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Carolina.
Bridgewater on first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Bridgewater's.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The ball carrier.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Man, we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers.
Sly on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And this one is right through.
The kick is good.
And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter.
Falcons 21.
So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
after the made field goal. Here's Sly to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And here now come the Falcons. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2-yard line.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Ryan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, you used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a cornerback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw again is Ryan. Dumps it off to Gurley. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Well, the
first down screen pass, good for 5.
Early. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Panthers' 21-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Ryan. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Throwing again, Ryan. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And now look at him go. The 40, 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Tyler Davison getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to 5.
Panthers 26, Falcons 21.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. Drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 30.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw, Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Pickup of 3.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5.
Bridgewater's
a good pickup there, 26 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Bridgewater. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
touchdown.
Teddy Bridgewater. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Sly on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Offense out there for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
49-yard.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Ryan's pass complete to Julio Jones. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, Ryan. Will find Jones again, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. 15 yards on the play, first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Ryan on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 4 yards. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
He's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
That's another Falcons first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Matt Ryan.
Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is back to a 5-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
28.
the touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Cooper on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. So Ryan and the Falcons down by 5. 1:50 to play. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And a very strong gain of 24. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Ryan. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The way he he's throwing the football today. Almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
To find out if this was a touchdown or not.
No, I can't go. Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get changed, name, how about your respect? Giving more than what I see, expecting up the back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. They're running with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley in the final minute. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Ryan to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.